Alright, dude. This is the active warm-up / mobility for us full-figured gentlemen. So I'm using the kettlebells basically as bolsters to help assist getting into better position. So we're going to start out with a Spider-Man lunge with rotation. Try and keep your chest tall. This is going to help open the hips, open the groin. Right, so try and maintain good posture throughout the movement. Opening the T-spine, opening up the chest. Now we're going to add a reach through. So you're going to go underneath. You can do this earlier if you want. I like just focusing on the rotation at the start, and then I just do a few of these at the end with the reach through. From here, kneeling prayer stretch. Put a little pad under my sissy knees. Put the bells out. Right, this allows us to basically get into the same position that we would have overhead with our hands in jerk. Right, and here I'm just sinking in, hips back, chest down, really stretching the pecs, really stretching the shoulders, and then I like to just roll my hips forward, do a little T-spine stretch there, but again, just sink deeper, exhale, open the chest, open the shoulders, coming back forward. Right, I like to sit into this and really breathe into the stretch. Right, you can do this slowly or you can do this a little bit more actively. That's one that you can do afterwards as well if your chest and shoulders are tight. Right, cat camel. You should already be familiar with this one. Right. Really working on extending and flexing. All the way top to bottom. Notice I'm tucking the tail. When I come up, untucking the tail. When I go down with the T-spine. Right. And now, since we're already on all fours, we're going to go to our bird dogs. Straight lines, really extend. This should be challenging, right? Flexing the glutes really hard. Pushing the arm as far away from your body as you can. Pushing the heel back as far as you can push it back. Core engaged. This should wake up the core quite a bit. If it's hard to do it with only 2 points, you can do it just 1 point at a time, but I think you should be able to do it with 2 points of contact. Now, grab our bell. I'm going to go up for windmills. Turn out the front foot, stretching that backside hip, backside shoulder, looking at the bell, right? Keeping the front leg straight. You can bend the back leg if you need to, hinging at the hip. Bend, reach, and rotate. Eyes on bell when you're overhead. Switch sides. Same thing. Bend, reach, rotate. Eyes on bell. Front leg straight. Back leg bends if you need to. Pushing that hip back. You can see I got a little bit more restriction on this side. This side's not quite as smooth. And now we've got band pull aparts. So I'm actively engaging my shoulder blades here. I got the band nice and tight. All right, so you're not going to be able to pull it very far, but this is to work on that scapular retraction as we go into overhead position. Sorry about the music in the background. I thought I muted the music on the source video, but apparently not. But whatever. It's Måneskin. You'll dig it. Then we go backwards passes. You can do this with a stick too, the stick passes, right? Same concept. I'm just using the band because we already have it in our hand, and it does allow you to kind of pull the band apart as you go doing your band passes. So do about 10 of these. And then I'm going to switch directions, so palms forward here, and so we call these reverse passes. And here it was a little bit too slack, so I shortened it down a little bit more. So a fixed object like a stick can work well, or the mobility sticks if you have those, but even just a PVC pipe or a broom handle works for those as well. So use what you have. If you don't have a band, not a big deal. Right, and now this one's one of my favorites, / I hate it. Bus driver squats. So we use the weight in front as a counterbalance, allows us to sit deep, and then you're going to try and keep posture up, keep the chest up, and I just twist in and out here. I'm opening my hips here, right? I'm pushing my hips out a little bit. Come up when you need to, take a little break, and then sit back down into it and go again. And then last but not least are our inchworms. Extend overhead, inhale, exhale as we fold in half, heels down, knees as straight as you can, heels down as long as you can, walk your hands out. I go down. I like to do cobra and then sphinx and then up. And now I'm going to walk my heels up to my hands, getting my heels on the ground as quickly as I can. So this is really going to stretch the posterior chain, hamstrings, calves, right? And walk them as far up as you can. Come up, take a breath, roll the shoulders back, do another one. Right, this is another one. This is a good one to do any and every day. Right, so honestly, this mobility routine is something you can do every day. It's only about 10 minutes long, but if you work through this active mobility every day, you'll be in a better spot. Just that little bit, 10 minutes every day makes a difference. It adds up. And if you have other specific areas that are restricted, we can obviously incorporate those as well, but this is just a really good general warm-up, general active mobility, right? There's not a ton of static here. It's mostly active, so it's great for prior to lifting. From here, I transition into my kettlebell stuff. So I do my kettlebell specific warm-up. All right, cool.